Hey BookTube, DG Wiggins here with a NanoWriMo 2018 vlog update. And Daisy. Daisy's here too. We are in day 10 of the month, and I am sitting just over 15,000 words for my progress so far. Feeling pretty good about it. I've been using this plot embryo structure for my character. That's a instruction sheet that I got off of another YouTuber's website. I'll link that below just to say thanks. It has been incredibly useful. I'm liking the structure a lot because it kind of gives me the fluidity or the freedom to be able to have a structure or arc for my character, but also to kind of explore a little bit. I didn't get to the point of actually translating that into a scene list, and I'm actually kind of liking that. It does slow down the process quite a bit though, because I find myself having a day where I've kind of written everything that I've thought out to that point, and I still know where the story is going, but I haven't actually figured out what's the next scene. And so I've kind of got to step back and just outline for a good couple of hours. And you kind of see that in my chart, which I'll put up here on the screen. Every once in a while, if you look really closely, you kind of see that I'll have a day every kind of third or fourth day where I dip below the daily quota. And that is me just kind of stopping and saying, I need to stop and outline for a couple of scenes and think this through. What do my characters want? Where are they going next? And then once I get that done, then I start having days of 2,000 words, 2,500 words, and I kind of catch up and make up for that one day of loss over the next 2 or 3. And that's been working out fairly well. I'm feeling like what I'm writing follows enough of an actual arc for the character, at least for my main character, that at the end I can actually work with this, that I can edit this into something usable. Another thing that I'm trying to do this NanoWriMo, and I think I mentioned this in the previous vlog, is that I'm trying to avoid going to write-ins. I did go to the kickoff, which was a lot of fun. The kickoff party was tons of fun, in fact, but I haven't been to a single write-in since, and I'm trying to force myself to develop this habit of sitting and writing on my own. Now, statistically speaking, those who go to write-ins are more successful or more consistently win NanoWriMo. But I already know that. I did that for 3 years already. And so now I'm trying to take it to the next level. This is kind of my +1 on the challenge for myself specifically. I do plan to go to a write-in this Sunday, tomorrow, just because I've got some friends there that I haven't seen in a while, and that'll be kind of the one exception, is just that one Sunday write-in, I think. But I am going to try and focus on developing the habit of just sitting my butt in this chair and writing. Something else that I've done this year is, and it's a minor thing, but it's kind of fun. On the NanoWriMo website, you can craft sort of a book cover image, and it's a tiny little thing, and it's not meant to be high res or perfect, and this is not your end product, but it's just sort of extra motivation. If you spent the time to go and figure out Photoshop enough to come up with an image that represents your book, then maybe you're a little bit more motivated to actually finish the book. And I haven't done this in the past, but I went ahead and did it, and I'll put that up on the screen here as well. It's just sort of a fun thing to do, and once I did it, then I was able to kind of show people, and they're like, oh look, you've got a book cover, and suddenly you seem more serious about what you're trying to do this month. My story is about a young girl learning to be a better thief, and she has the magical power to shrink herself, and the first scene that we have in the book is her failing miserably at stealing a wheel of cheese, and it's in kind of this fantasy medieval sort of looking village or township or whatever, you know. And so I kind of just got some buildings in the background, some cobblestone. I zoomed in to be kind of close to the ground level. I've got a wheel of cheese and sort of this cloaked silhouette on there that's supposed to be my main character, which is Daisy, named after the cat. For now, you know, working character names in progress here. So anyway, that was kind of the mindset there. Just, it took me all of 10 minutes, but it was a lot of fun. Well, you didn't like being named after? Apparently Daisy doesn't like me using her name in the novel. So another fun thing that happens in November every year is that my church puts on a social event that's sort of like this talent show and chili cook-off competition. and everything's just sort of potluck and for fun, and it has a pretty good turnout. But the thing about talent shows is that they tend to be fairly focused on the show. So I asked if there was anything for people who had talents that produced things rather than did more of a presentation. And so they're putting together sort of a table for just putting things out there. So for my show of my talent of fiction writing, in whatever state it be in, I decided to make myself a little poster board. So this is my little poster board here. I got it for about $2 at the grocery store. And I basically just went on to the NanoWriMo website. And the thing about the NanoWriMo website is if you want to share your novels and past work and you want to send a link to someone, you can go ahead and send the link, but if they don't have a login, then they can't see anything. So I went and just copy-pasted screenshots of sort of the novels section and put them into Word documents and then printed them out just as sort of samples of stuff that I've done. And I actually, unlike a lot of people, I actually fill out the synopsis and the excerpt. I'll pick out a favorite couple of paragraphs from what I wrote that year and stick it in there for each novel. So I've got all 4. You can see this one in the bottom left is kind of sparse, but that was the first time I did NanoWriMo. And then up at the top, I just did a blurb about kind of what my talent is. And then over here, I have a screenshot of my YouTube channel, which I figure is kind of fun to throw on there as well, because that's kind of unique about me, is that not only do I do this writing, but I also pull out my camera once in a while. So anyway, looking forward to seeing what people say about this. It's kind of a new thing, and I have a feeling I might be the only person that brings anything to the table, so to speak, as far as talents that are not, music or dancing or whatever, but it'll be fun nonetheless. So that's it for today's vlog. I just had the time to pull out the camera today. We'll see if we can squeeze in another one of these, maybe halfway between now and the end of NanoWriMo, and then another one at the end of NanoWriMo when we're going to open up our surprise box that said do not open until December 1st in that one. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, comment, share, etc. And I'll see you all next time in another video.